This is West African Voice Network.
Hello and welcome to Newswave on West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. We start the bulletin in Banjul, where Gambia launches landmark nature-based climate solutions. The Gambia on Monday launched its first national training on nature-based solutions aimed at strengthening the country's response to climate change and environmental degradation. The capacity building initiative led by the West African Coastal Area Management Program brought together key stakeholders in Bakau. Sangdonald Mendy reports.
The West Africa Coastal Areas WACA Management Program has hosted a landmark session in Bakau, bringing together stakeholders to tackle climate change through nature-based solutions. Held at Osun Bay Hotel, the roundtable convened government officials, civil society groups, environmental experts, academics for an intensive hands-on workshop. WACA project coordinator Modulamin Sanyang opened the session, urging participants to translate their training into real-world solutions, particularly in restoring the ecological vital Kotu stream. The training used the Kotu stream as a case study, demonstrating how nature-based strategies can help adapt to coastal challenges like erosion and flooding. The International Union for Conservation of Nature pledged its continued support. Beyond theory, participants explore practical tools, designing resilient urban systems, establishing monitoring frameworks, and planning for long-term sustainability. This first-of-its-kind capacity-building initiative marks a significant step forward in harnessing natural systems to address the Gambia's growing environmental challenges. For West African Voice Network, I am Sangdona Mendy in Banjul.
We move now to Senegal, where President Bassirou Diomaye Faye has expressed willingness to deepen bilateral relations and reinforce good neighborly relations with Guinea-Bissau. The president, who is on a 2-day visit to the country, was received by President Umaro Sissoko Embalo and other dignitaries. The two nations share deep-rooted historical, geographical, and cultural bonds. The agenda includes bilateral discussions between the two presidents and meeting between the official delegations to enhance political dialogue and strategic partnership. This marks President Faye's third visit to Guinea-Bissau and underscores the country's significance in its regional diplomacy. We remain in Senegal as Anti-Corruption Special Court on Monday indicted Amadou Mansour Faye, a former Minister of Community Development and brother-in-law of ex-President Macky Sall, on charges of embezzlement of more than $4.6 million in public funds. Faye is now the fifth official from the previous administration to be charged by the High Court of Justice, a special judicial body tasked with trying former government officials for crimes committed in office. The court denied him bail and ordered his detention, according to his lawyer, Amadou. The latest indictment is part of a broader crackdown on alleged corruption under the administration of President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, who campaigned on promises of transparency and accountability. Just last week, the same court detained two other former ministers. Mustafa Diop, who served as Industrial Development Minister, is accused of embezzling around $4 million from Senegal's COVID-19 relief fund, while former Mines Minister Aissatou Sophie Gladima faces charges of misappropriation of $330,000 from a fund meant for miners impacted by the pandemic. And we end in Burkina Faso as former president in the Banfora High Court, Judge Sidati Yoda, has been sentenced to 18 months in prison and fined 291.6 billion CFA francs for involvement in Stellionism, fraudulently selling property he did not legally own, and money laundering. The ruling was handed down by the Ouaga 1 High Court, where Yoda was found guilty alongside two co-defendants. He had been in pre-trial detention since February 6, 2025, following complaints filed in the July 2024 over the illegal sale of urban land. Co-defendant Lamine Terra received a 24-month sentence, including 6 months of actual imprisonment, along with 3 million CFA francs fine. The third defendant, Adama Ganame, was handed a 24-month suspended sentence and a suspended fine of 3 million CFA francs. All three were also ordered to jointly pay 2.8 million CFA francs in cost, not included in legal fees, and over 175 million CFA francs in compensation to the victims. And that's all the news today on Newswave on West African Voice Network. For more news from across the region and beyond, visit wavn.org. Also join our vibrant WhatsApp community using the QR code on your screen. Follow us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at WAVN News, and on TikTok and YouTube at West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. Thank you for listening.